in what was a triumphant re-inauguration of the president Donald Trump and his vice president JD Vance, they had to sit through unexpectedly an Episcopalian bishop who's a woman that really surprised everybody when she started going out of nowhere and starting a tangent about how Trump and Vance need to have more mercy and grace upon minorities and LGBTQ citizens and plus illegal immigrants. Now let's see what the heck is going on, because apparently The View, which are some of the women that are the most Trump derangement syndrome addled, they had her on to call in and basically explain why the hell she made such a nasty, sort of inappropriate comment towards the president who was in the audience during the inaugural day.
Mr. President, millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meatpacking plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals,
Notice the people in the Trump family are looking to Donald like, what the hell's going on, Dad? You see Kai Trump looking at her grandfather. You see the grandchildren over here grimacing at what the hell is going on. You see Eric Trump very confused. Melania stone-faced trying to be stoic. You've got JD looking at his wife like, what the hell?
They
You see that?
not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals.
Oh, he didn't like that.
So this is just wholly inappropriate. I mean, it's like if you had a gay guy evangelizing over the practices of their lifestyle at a hetero wedding. I mean, it's like, dude, what the hell? Get with the program. And now she's getting off on the fact that Trump was uncomfortable, because of course he would be. I mean, what if Obama had an inauguration and then you had a conservative preacher talking about like how we need to send them back to hell, all these, whatever. That is just inappropriate. Even as a Republican, I'd say, hey, like, let's not do it now. You can do it later, not when you're trying to ambush the president and make a mockery of the whole system. Now, chat, I would like you to let me know in the comment section, do you believe in females in clergy? Do you believe in female bishops? Now, this is somewhat of a unique thing among Protestant sects. I'm Protestant, non-denominational, or Baptist. I don't know. Maybe I need to get more into my faith. But I will tell you, I'm not having the strongest opinion towards, obviously, having women in powerful positions in the church. I just don't tend to like that. Now, what do you guys think about it? Now, she is really the stereotype as to why you don't want women leading the clergy, at least from my novice opinion, because they are, and this girl in particular, is what, like 70 years old, short hair, not feminine, and again, trying to act masculine. Can you imagine this girl being good to her husband if she even has one?
You seem to have more fearlessness than anyone in Congress right now, ma'am. What made you decide to use that opportunity for this message, or didn't you have any apprehension about it?
Thank you, first of all, for allowing me to be with you today. My responsibility yesterday morning,
Her middle name is Edgar.
was to reflect, to pray with the nation for unity. And as I was pondering what are the foundations of unity, I wanted to emphasize respecting the honor and dignity of every human being, basic honesty and humility. And then I also realized that that unity requires a certain degree of mercy and compassion and understanding. And so knowing that a lot of people, as I said, in our country right now are really scared, I wanted to take the opportunity in the context of that service for unity to say we need to treat everyone with dignity, and we need to be merciful. And I was trying to counter the narrative that is so divisive and polarizing, and in which real people are being harmed.
Wow. So, I mean, just straight up like third grade teacher, let's be nice with everyone. Everybody play nice. No, man. Are you kidding me? Also, hey, President, I know you're sworn in to literally represent the citizens that voted you in, but let's also add, contemporary zeitgeist liberal talking points about people that aren't even legally here. Okay, great. Are we surprised that she said such stupid stuff like that? Okay, so President Trump here refers to the whole bishop thing and says the so-called bishop who spoke at the National Prayer Service on Tuesday morning was a radical left hardline Trump hater. She brought her church into the world of politics in a very ungracious way. She was nasty in tone and not compelling or smart. She failed to mention the large number of illegal migrants that came into our country and killed people. Many were deposited from jails and mental institutions. It is a giant crime wave that is taking place in the USA. Apart from her inappropriate statements, the service was also very boring and an uninspiring one. She is not very good at her job, and she and her church owe the public an apology. So, I mean, he basically has all of our opinion, I would assume, and let's see how they take it.
Knowing how this message might be received by Trump supporters, I wonder if your words may have had more impact if they were shared one-on-one with the president, and was there an opportunity to have that conversation?
I've never been invited into a one-on-one conversation with President Trump.
Okay, now, this is an important detail because, yeah, no duh, he doesn't even know who you are. But secondly, think about it this way. Donald Trump got ambushed. God knows who the hell was planning the National Prayer Service, and shame on whoever the hell was doing that. I don't know if that's a nonpartisan sort of thing. I don't know if that's like some sort of deep state bureaucrat that was like, oh, well, this will really show him. Or if some Republican is a complete nincompoop and just did that by choosing this liberal person. But to be clear, why would Trump meet with this girl in person? I mean, what the hell would be the point? So he can be browbeaten and condescended to about illegal migrants and that how like some of them are good people. And guess what? That is obviously really true, but who cares? They broke the law. It's called law and order. This is a masculine sort of thing where you got to get the job done. It's not pretty. Sometimes in the house, you got to kill the spider. Do people like doing that? Usually they don't. And guess what? It's gross. It's grody. But you got to do it. And in the case of this lady, I mean, does she have the temperament to enforce the law? Does she have the temperament to put people towards execution? Could she even arrest people for life in prison? Or is she too much of a softie? This sort of temperament is not the type that needs to be talking to the president, which would ultimately just serve to dissuade the guy, Donald Trump, from doing what he promised everyone he'd do and got voted by the largest margin in a long time to do, which is what? Deport everyone. Why? Because that is the problem. You could say, oh, feel bad, but feeling bad gets nothing done.
We have a lot of churches in our particular denomination that are that meet the needs of immigrants and other vulnerable populations, and we need now to be especially mindful and to make sure that basic human rights are protected and people's needs can be met.
So think about that. She's saying that we have a lot of churches that service illegal aliens. So isn't it kind of interesting that she is somebody who's a part of a denomination, an Episcopalian in that church, where their median age is about 70 years old. Therefore, they're a dying out religion, much like how religion is in general. But more specifically this one, it's worse off than most people, most Christian denominations and Protestant sects. That being said, if their median age is 70, well, guess what? Now they're relying on more and more illegal aliens to be staffing the church, to bring donations, or whether it be just filling up the seats. The point being, though, is that her giving away the plot is really just proving my point and everybody's point that really does not like this bishop's service, because she's just saying that, oh, illegals really do go to our church. Well, it kind of gives you an incentive to then browbeat the president over him not being gracious enough to people that broke into our country.
And we will continue to collaborate.
Thank you so much for showing people what empathy looks like. Thank you very much. Our thanks to
So condescending. These women are terrible. The people on The View, and this chick also, an extension. I mean, she could be the sixth chair or whatever you want to call it. Okay, with The View here. Now, that's what you call him. No. You're nasty, nasty woman. Nasty woman. Oh, my God. So in summary, if you ever wondered why you saw some pictures from the inauguration where Trump and JD and everybody else looked uncomfortable, this is exactly why. They had every right to be. I would have been pissed. In fact, if I were Trump, I might have just stood up and walked away or something. I would have made a scene. What a disgusting display by Bishop Marianne Edgar Bood, okay? Very, very nasty. You hate to see it. Dollar store Elizabeth Warren needs to go back to wherever the hell she came from and just be quiet, because her opinions are not welcome at the White House. It's MAGA country, baby. I'll see y'all in the next one. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.